We are back with my second ever Pokemon TCG unboxing. This one is going to be from Walmart. A lot of people were warning me about Walmart that they try to conscript extra selling through their website, but it's not actually handled and delivered by them. And then a lot of these people are potentially buying it, opening it, take the important cards out, replacing it with an unvaluable card, and then resealing it and then returning it. And these companies are getting stuck by not realizing what they're getting returned to them. Hopefully not going to be the case with Walmart. Delivered by and handled by Walmart. We will see. The box is not in good shape. It's quite beat up around the sides here. It looks like a huge dent in the box, but again, I don't know that that matters. It's probably more about what's actually inside. So let's go ahead and open it up. Here is what it looks like when we open it up. Yeah, very little effort done to the actual shipping of it, it looks like. I would say that is not enough, but first glance at the box itself, it appears to be in very good shape, which is all that really matters. The outside box is there to take the damage. The inside is what is not. It's a little dirty and there's some scratches on the actual wrapping of it. I don't know that that hurts the resale value. You guys tell me. Again, I don't plan on collecting sealed products, so anything we buy we are opening, and this is going to be what we open today. Another one of these sleeves that you can just kind of pull right off, which I actually really like that because I feel like it kind of protects the stuff on the inside. This one especially looks like it really wants to be protected because it has this player's guide, which is actually kind of cool. I might take a look at this. Oh, I see. It shows you all the cards too. Wow, that's actually quite nice. Quite an informative thing. It's nice to see all the actual cards and stuff here too. Don't want to spoil myself too much. Looks like it, yeah, it actually has okay, this is actually kind of cool. I might use this to maybe even collect stuff too. Once I get it from a pack, I will check it off. But here's the moment we've all been waiting for. The actual box itself. Looks like the lid is just, yeah, okay, just comes right off. Not what I expected. I thought it'd be more of a traditional box. Inside is the goodies. I always like how rigid these boxes are. This one's kind of weird. It's the shape is not the same on both sides. I don't know what the point of that is. Yeah, here's everything that we want all in here. We again have the damage counter die, which are quite nice. I mean, honestly, I really like whatever this clear dye is as well. And then 2 plastic condition markers. I see either burn or poison. I didn't actually look at those in the last set, but I don't want any of that stuff. That's not even going to get opened, those packaging. What will get open is these. I kind of like these. I've seen a lot of people using these as well for shipping their cards. Some people suggested that they're not the most professional to use when selling, but I don't really see why you would say that. They are clearly Pokemon themed, so especially if I was actually going to sell a Pokemon 151 card, I don't see why anybody would be unhappy with this. I don't know what these are though. These are meant to kind of demarcate your set. You put them there to have certain cards segmented from each other. They're actually quite nice. Again, I really like the 151 art. Everything art wise has been really spectacular so far. It also gives you 45 Pokemon TCG energy cards, as if we need those. But anyway, the big thing we wanted was this. Again, another thing that I would literally buy outright if I couldn't get it from here. This is gorgeous. Probably my favorite actual piece of art out of anything that can come with this set. I don't know if these things have resale value. I'm thinking about looking into it more because honestly, if they do, I will probably buy a second one of both of these boxes just to be able to keep one. I saw the Mew though, it sells for $4 right now, so I'm thinking yeah, maybe down the road it will. But this is absolutely my favorite thing I've seen so far from the set. I love Snorlax. I love how whimsical it is. It's just a silly Pokemon. I love the fact that there's a Pidgey and a Diglett right next to him, looking at him what are you doing? But I particularly like the fact that this is likely a reference to the Generation 1 game where he's just sleeping in the middle of the route and you have to wake him up in order to advance. So it can go right in one of our new 151 themed sleeves, and it's going to go right into a card saver as well, because this is definitely a Pokemon I plan on keeping the card from. Kind of hard to get him in these sleeves though. It's a little bit harder to get him in these than the other ones. It actually slides right into the card saver a lot easier as well because it's kind of got a little gloss to it, whereas the other ones are a little bit, they're kind of flimsy and they're more plasticky, so it's kind of tough to get them in at times. But yeah, this fits perfectly. We're not even going to open these. I'll just hang on to these. Maybe someday they'll have some kind of resale value. So now it is the moment we've all been waiting for. I didn't actually look at this last time, but people are saying you can try to discern if any of them have been tampered with. Basically, if the crimp is uneven or certain elements are inconsistent about it, it might have been. I don't necessarily know that that's true. Some of these have a lot of silver on the top. 3 of them have a lot of silver on the top. Does that mean that they were tampered with? I don't know. We will find out. Basically, the true way to find out is if you open them and you get good cards in them, then they weren't tampered with, because obviously people would have taken those things. I just like holding them though. I didn't appreciate this last time. It's really just kind of a visceral thing to hold them in my hand and think like, man, what could be in these? It's really comforting. But first pack, we will open up the old way as well. I really like doing it this way to preserve the actual pack. I'm gonna hang on to a few of them if I can get them to be like super clean when I open them. And presumably it's all gonna be the same no matter where you buy it from. Last card should be an energy card, so let's confirm that right now. That is indeed another energy card. And we will start by seeing a Bellsprout. We're probably gonna fly through a lot of these commons now. I think we have a good amount of them. We talked about the art a lot in the last video. Bellsprout, not one of my favorite pieces of art, but I like it a little bit better than its evolutions. Magikarp and Oddish as well. So it looks like, I think what's happening is you get 4 commons every single time. Mankey, one of my best pieces of art. I really like this art. I've always liked Mankey's art in all the different games, though, to be honest. So yeah, then I think we get 3 uncommons as well with that. Each pack has 3, and we have first is Hitmonlee. We got that in the last opening. Wartortle, one of my favorite ones. I really love that sunset theme, man. That is so gorgeous. It's really like a beach vibe. I'm really excited for the summer coming up. Okay, first Hypno we've gotten. We did not get a Hypno in the 16 packs we opened in the premium collector's box or whatever that one was called. And this one is also, like, we're talking about the art in the last one. The art is very strange in this. I don't really understand what they're going for here. He's like kind of creeping around in somebody's house or in between houses or something like that. It honestly looks like it's outside. There's like steps by the door and some like flowers. It's like it's in between houses or something like that. I don't really understand what's going on with this art. But we're on to our first of the 3 reverse hollows, and we have Goldeen. I don't think we got a Goldeen at all in the last box, which is kind of weird considering it's a common. I was looking into it. I don't think the reverse hollows are super valuable, unfortunately. I think if you get a reverse hollow of a rare, it can be very valuable because that's obviously very hard to get, but otherwise the reverse hollows are not like super collectible or anything like that. But we will start keeping them in sleeves regardless. Next card we get is a Metapod. Okay, another one that we did not get at all in the last opening. I've always liked Metapod, I always liked Beedrill. I love the art too. This is actually really nice art. Kind of weird, like these leaves over here and these parts over here look very different stylistically, but they're still very nice looking. And then I guess we get a guaranteed rare as well, no matter what, and that is going to be the last card here. It is, oh, a Beedrill. Wow, that's funny. We were just talking about Beedrill. So that is a regular rare. Was a Butterfree a rare? I don't think Butterfree was a rare. It's kind of weird Beedrill is considered rare. This is actually my best selling Pokemon card so far. I have been selling a bunch of Pokemon cards. I think I've already sold 10 total from the original set, and I sold 3 Beedrills already. I've had a bunch of Beedrills and they sell very quickly. I sold the first one for $2. Now I sold another one for $2.50. They basically, I list them and they go. So I'm wondering if maybe I should be selling them for more. You guys let me know. But yeah, 3 nice cards here. Next pack, we start with a Fire Energy. Actually, like I said in the last episode, I really like that color. It's quite nice. The fire cards all look good. Our first Coughing as well. We did not, I don't think we got a Coughing in the last episode either. They got a little like kind of gas clouds coming out of him. He's very jovial too. He looks very happy. He's gonna be a lot more unhappy when he evolves, which is kind of sad. Oh, we have first Psyduck as well. Look at that art. Now that is gorgeous. I really like this. Again, namesake of my good friend Sylar, played Psyduck in World of Warcraft. I love that art, man. That is gorgeous. And then, dude, the water cards, the art just does not disappoint. It's actually quite nice. Yeah, that's a very satisfying pull, even for a common. Those 2 I did not have at all, so it's quite nice to get. Oh, we have not gotten an Ekans yet either, and that is a very artistic card as well. Ekans is definitely, Ekans and Arbok, like, I never liked playing with these Pokemon. I don't think I ever could see myself playing with them, but I do like the fact that they're very simple, like just snakes, and they look cool, and they're purple and all that. All right, we have another Cubone. We got a reverse hollow Cubone in the last episode. This art is quite pretty too. It looks a little maybe anime-esque, but I really like the idea of Cubone, and the art really fits the theme of him. All right, our first uncommon is a Cycling Road. We talked about that in the last episode. I kind of like the idea of this, but man, it looks really modern compared to what I'd expect a route in Pokemon to look like. We have a Scyther again. Told that awesome story about Scyther from when I was a kid. 6 a.m. watching Pokemon on Christmas morning, waiting for my parents to wake up. Always going to be a nostalgic moment for me. All right, we have another Charmeleon. I did not like the art much. I've kind of reconsidered. I understand it a little bit more. It's like he's basically in the same field that the regular Charmander was in, and now he's burned it all up. This isn't that uncommon. Charmeleon kind of turns into like a bad character when he evolves from Charmander, even though Charmander's like a little cute guy. First reverse hollow. Coming up here we have a Parasect. I love this art. But I guess like now I'm thinking about it's like unlucky if we don't get a rare as the reverse hollow, right? Is that where it would be, or would the rare reverse hollow be in the 3rd slot? We'll find out. Next one is a Grimer. Okay, that's I think that's the first Grimer we've gotten too. I don't really like the art at all though. Some of these Pokemon, like the art art just looks really strange. Like doesn't look like what you'd expect a Pokemon to look like at all. It's like he's got a really weird mouth, and he's kind of like his hands are way too prominent in the shot. And then the rare is going to be a Raichu. Okay, so this is just a standard rare, not reverse holo or anything, but Raichu and a Pikachu in the past have been pretty collectible. I don't know that that still is the case, but that is our first Raichu we have gotten, so I'm pretty satisfied. That's actually a very, very nice card too. Like the art on the background is actually quite nice. Am I the only one who thinks like the foil at times kind of ruins the art? I guess if we got a reverse holo, I'd probably be happier with that, because I think the art would look a lot nicer when it's not like foily. Okay, third pack here. Here comes the energy. It is again a foil energy, which is, I mean, kind of cool, I guess. I still don't know that these are actually collectible in any way. First card is Meowth. I definitely don't see myself liking Meowth no matter what, but it's kind of growing on me. I just don't really understand what the art's meant to depict. Execute, we love this art. We talked about that in the last episode. Clefairy, I never liked this Pokemon regardless. Art's kind of cute, but I just don't really like the idea of Clefairy. Machop, this is quite nice art. I like the line in all games. One of my favorite evolutionary lines, even through the modern expansions. We have, oh, Poliwrath. Okay, that's an uncommon. That's interesting. Poliwrath is giving me those vibes that we're looking for from that card that I really, really, really want, which is the Poliwhirl staring down into the water. So hopefully we will get that someday. That is kind of the card I want the most out of this set. Oh, next up we have Pidgeot too. This is another new one we haven't gotten. This is a lot nicer than the Pidgeotto art. Its background is very picturesque. I just don't like the digital theme to it, unfortunately. Like he still looks kind of blocky and a little bit overdone stylistically, but man, is that background gorgeous. Okay, we've also gotten Omanite. Interesting. That's the first Omanite we've gotten, I believe. Did not think an Omanite would be an uncommon. That's surprising. That art is quite nice, but again, it's kind of like an anime looking art. I'm not really a big fan of that. I like the more fantasy looking art instead. Our first reverse holo, I can already see there's something good. There's something good lurking there, but our first reverse holo is a Staryu. My god, this is my favorite art piece that I've seen from any like general card. It is so gorgeous and it's stylized perfectly. Like this really emphasizes the simplistic design of the Pokemon, but really makes it feel like it's in a very powerful world. Next up we have Jigglypuff, which is definitely, again, not my favorite Pokemon. I do like the art, but reverse holo of these commons probably not super collectible. And then the final card, which I have a feeling is going to be a good one based on the fact that I've seen a little bit of his edges already. It is, okay, it's another Venusaur. That's surprising. This one baited me the last time as well, because I see the coloration along the edges, so I think it is a full art card. I actually already got this card. I don't know that these will be collectible into the future, but we have two now. It's got like a very unique pattern to its foil. I guess that's the interesting thing about it. I don't really like that part myself, but either way, it goes into the sleeve. The only thing about these sleeves is like really hard at a glance to tell which side is the open side. You really have to try to open both sides until you figure it out. So in terms of whether or not this is like an authentic box without any tampering, is Venusaur enough to quench your thirst on that conversation, or do you think this is not a valuable enough card? Like if somebody did tamper with these packs, they would leave this one in. I feel like they probably wouldn't, right? I mean, it's still a Venusaur at the end of the day, but we will see. We have only opened 3 packs so far, so we still have 6 to go. First one here is another Leaf Energy. That's a standard energy, so that goes in that pile over there. First Pokemon Vulpix. We've already gotten a bunch of those. Magnemite. Okay, now Magnemite has had some very strange art over the years, and this is up there with the strangest. I don't know what this setting is meant to be. Is he meant to be in like a power plant or something like that? But he looks like he's made out of clay. I have no idea why he's made out of clay. Like that's the strangest looking Pokemon I've seen. Oh, we have Caterpie. I don't know if I got a Caterpie in the last one. I think I did, but man, I really like Caterpie's art, and I also really hope to get the full art of Caterpie. That one looks really, really nice. We have an Eevee. I think that's the first Eevee as well. That's quite nice. It's very like, it looks like, again, hand drawn, almost maybe colored pencil, like some kind of pencil drawing. Very pretty. I like Eevee. I think a lot of people love Eevee as just like a base Pokemon. I've never liked playing with Eevee that much. He has a very good move for my Pokemon game, but other than that, I don't see myself really ever using many of the Eevee lines just because they're single typing. All right, we have another Giovanni's Charisma, which unfortunately is not the valuable one. We have another Parasect, and we have another Cloyster. Okay, so we've gotten all those already. Now it's time for the reverse holos. We have a Venomoth, which again, I showed you guys in the last episode. I love Venomoth's design. It's so simplistic, but it can be really artistic in certain Pokemon games. I have that amazing shiny. Uh-oh, something big. Next up, we have something big. Here it is. Okay, Alakazam. I'm trying to figure out why they're in the order they're in. So this was the second card of the three. This is a uncommon. It is a reverse holo, and I guess this counts as a reverse holo too or something like that. Like, I don't know how they're prioritizing which card goes where. It doesn't say like whether or not it's common or uncommon or anything like that down at the bottom here. But yes, this is what I'd imagine to be another very collectible card. So again, I think this is a untampered box. Like, I don't know why anybody would leave this in the packages. But yeah, very, very nice card. I love this art actually. It's like he's in some shop and he's just like experimenting with spoons, or maybe it's more like a kitchen. He's in a kitchen and he's reading these books. He brought the books with him and he's trying to learn how to manipulate the spoons. I really, really like this card. This card's immediately going in a sleeve. And then we also have a Ditto. Okay, so that is the rare. That art is really bizarre. I don't know what the hell he's doing there. Is he trying to turn into those stones or something like that? 5 more packs remain. I love just holding these, man. It's kind of my favorite part of this, honestly, is holding them and opening them. It just feels so like empowering to have them in your hands. Energy card is another holo one. This one actually, it's kind of cool actually. First card is a Grimer. We talked about the art before. Not a big fan of that. We have a Weedle. I think this might actually be our first Weedle as well. I kind of like this art. Like I said, I really like the Weedle and the Caterpie lines in the original games. They're always fun to play with as well. Zubat, we talked about this in the last set. Still very confused what I'm looking at. It's almost like it's going into like a cave or something and there's like a bunch of trees on the outside. Still don't know what that is. Here's another Goldeen. We got the reverse holo before. A Grabber. That kind of seems like a card that not a lot of people would want. Now Kingler is a new one. That is actually very, very nice art. It looks again like hand drawn with a pencil or something like that. You can actually even see like the strokes of the pencil. I really, 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 really like this art. This is actually very nice. Kingler is not normally a Pokemon I enjoy using. I have him as my water starter for my Pokemon game, and honestly, even though as much as I like water types, I really don't see myself ever using them. I know I buffed the hell out of them to make it compensated for the fact that it's a Kingler, but yeah, that art doesn't need any buffing, man. That is really, really, really pretty art. That is the second uncommon. The next we have an energy sticker. So we basically got 2 cards that I don't really want at all from the uncommon slew. And then the first reverse holos. First is going to be an Onyx. Now that art is very strange. Again, he looks like he's just pure digital. Like, they're trying to make the background look quite like nature themed, but it just looks way too digital for me. I can't really enjoy that type of card. Next reverse holo is a Meowth. So yeah, one of my least favorite from the set. And then finally we have the, oh, Mr. Mime. Okay, first one of those we've seen. That is very cartoony looking. I guess that really fits his theme though, which is kind of silly, like whimsical theme. I never really liked Mr. Mime, but I know he's a very powerful Pokemon in the default games now. The Psychic Fairy type is a very powerful one. So anyway, those all go in the sleeves. Next pack we have the energy first, and it is a electric energy. That's a bad draw. I don't like the electric one at all. We have the Nidoran as the first card. We have the very like Van Gogh looking Ghastly. Paris. I don't think I've actually gotten a Paris yet. We've seen Parasect, but yeah, again, the Paris just is a kind of buggy eyes, very strange. I do again like the background art, but it just feels like a little weird to me. Voltorb, like super over aggressive art. I have no idea why he's so serious. This is not how Voltorb should look. Uncommons, we have Rhydon, one of my favorite Pokemon to play with, but not very nice art. I don't like how bulky he looks. Executor, one of the top 5 arts in the set, in my opinion. I really, really like this art. Rigid Band, again, these things, I really don't like these things. I wish we can just exclude them, but I get they're part of the set. First reverse holo coming up, we have Geodude. Yeah, that's not really one that I would want. I don't really feel like the art looks very nice either. I still have no idea what he's doing with his hands there. Next card is a Krabby. Okay, I don't think I've had a Krabby at all yet, so that's a very interesting card. I like the art a lot. The Kingler and the Krabby's art is very, very nice. It does look, like I said, like it's kind of like hand drawn, maybe with like colored pencil or something like that. It's very nice. And then finally we have a Electrode. Okay, that's actually quite nice art. I like that a lot better than the Voltorb. All right, 3 packs left. Oh, I'm gonna miss holding them. Let's get them open though. We're still looking for a few very specific cards, but I think we did get a pretty good box so far. Energy card in this pack is a Psychic Energy, which we kind of like. I mean, I like the purple, but the red one's my favorite. Another Vulpix. We just opened the box with that. Weird ass Magnemite, looking like clay Magnemite. We have a Caterpie. I really like the art on Caterpie. Eevee, quite nice, but of course it is Eevee, so maybe a little collectible in the future. Hitmonchan, we talked about this in the last episode. I kind of like the art. I like how dominant the sun rays are and how it kind of feels like he's really overworking himself. We have a Sea King. Very nice art, but still very confused why there's like flowering plants underneath the ocean. Butterfree. Okay, so yeah, that's one of my favorite favorite pieces of art as well. Another uncommon. So it's weird that Beedrill's a rare and Butterfree's an uncommon. That doesn't seem like proportionately accurate in my biased opinion of these Pokemon. First reverse holo we have is Raticate. I don't think we've gotten a Raticate at all yet. That art is not pleasant at all. It's actually kind of nice like design, but man, does it really make Raticate look very unattractive. I do not like the way he looks at all on that. Next card is a Charmeleon reverse holo. Okay, that could be potentially valuable down the road. And then finally we have a Marowak. Okay, first Marowak as well. This is a rare, really the same kind of style as the Cubone. It just doesn't look as good. It's like got a weird red background and all the stone around him is white. Don't really know what he's doing in this picture. It doesn't look very interesting to me, but it is a rare, so that is a good thing. 2 left. I don't know that we would say this pack opening has been as successful as the last one. Obviously the last one had more cards. It's gonna be hard to live up to that though. If you guys did not see the last episode, I got incredibly lucky on the first thing I've ever opened, so you should really check that one out too. Energy card is a Fighting Energy. Yeah, just way too aggressive for me, man. I don't even like the fist. Like, come on, bro. That's just way too aggressive in 2024. We have the Jovial Coughing. I really like that art. We have the Psyduck. I love the Psyduck. This is actually really nice art, man. This one's one of my favorite I think I've seen today. Ekans. So these are like this is the same. Wasn't this the same trio we opened earlier? Cubone again. Love the art. Love the night sky. Love the moon. Kind of looks like right out of Dragon Ball Z, right? Is Piccolo gonna destroy that thing? We have Ivysaur. We talked about this in the last episode. I really like the background there. Machoke, another good one there, but we've already gotten him. And Dugong. I think, yeah, we got Dugong in the last episode. Seems kind of weird. It's like in this, like, almost like a tidal wave situation. It almost looks like there's trees in the background, and then for some reason there's like ice underneath it. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. First reverse holo, though, is oh, okay. Also Dugong. Back-to-back Dugong. What are the odds on that? That is interesting. Uncommon reverse holo, so I like that. And then we have a Rhydon reverse holo. I like this Pokemon a lot, so I'm happy to get that one. And then finally the rare is the another Chansey. We now have 4 Chanseys. That seems kind of unlucky. All right, final pack, guys. We got 9 total in this. I really like the Snorlax art. It's really nice. And obviously we got the Alakazam, so I'm very happy with that. We also got the Venusaur, but we're looking for a little bit of a last pack magic situation here. Maybe one more really nice card. Starting off with the energy, we have, again, I don't even know what this type is. This is like poison energy. First card is Porygon. That is definitely my least favorite art in the entire set. Electabuzz I quite like. We talked about this. I like how it really looks like cartoony, but it actually is quite nice. We have Rhyhorn, again, one of my favorite Pokemon, but not a huge fan of the art in this set. Tangela, really like that. Really like how thematic it is, holding up its like kind of tangles to get the Petra Berry. Next up we have a Tauros. Okay, that is the first Tauros we have seen. I actually really like the background again. It looks very nice, but again, it's just a little too digital for me, man. I don't know why they're doing that like that. I feel like the cards that are more hand-drawn or more artistic just look way better. Kadabra we got in the last episode. This is actually pretty good. So now we have all 3 Abracadabra and Alakazam. We have another Slowbro. This is another one that I really don't like. I do not like the shape of him at all. So that is it. That is the last uncommon we will get in terms of regular cards. Now we will get reverse holos, and they are Squirtle. Okay, Squirtle reverse holos. I don't even think we have a regular Squirtle at this point, so that's cool. Squirtle's obviously one of my favorite Pokemon. We talked about that being one of my chase cards to try to get from the like full art version, but man, is that absolutely gorgeous. I really love this island theme, this kind of summery theme to both Squirtle and Wartortle. Next up we have a Magneton, also our first Magneton, another clay looking Pokemon. And then the final Pokemon is going, oh, Dragonite. Oh, okay. Now that might be interesting because I do feel like these Dragonite cards are usually pretty collectible. Not the ultimate pull, but I do think that's not a bad one. Honestly, my favorite one might be the Squirtle. That's actually, the art is so gorgeous, and I kind of like to have all of the nice ones in the reverse holo as soon as possible. But yeah, didn't really get anything crazy. Maybe Dragonite, probably Venusaur down the road, especially. Like, I feel like those are very collectible cards, but otherwise it's a very basic pull. Maybe it was tampered with. I have no idea. I mean, it's only 9 packs total, so to get one of these, I think these are very rare, and I'm really satisfied with getting that. So yeah, 3 decent cards in that box. The box itself, like I said, is super valuable. I really like this. Honestly, I'm definitely going to buy another one of those, because just getting the sleeves, like, I know they're not super expensive, but I really like the quality of these. I won't buy any regular penny sleeves anymore after these. These are very nice. But let me know what you guys think about all this. If you guys think this is a good value compared to the other one. I think maybe the other one's a better value. I have to do the math on these. This was from Walmart, and it does seem to be authentic, so I can put my hat in the ring saying that if you're getting it from Walmart, make sure you're getting it fulfilled and shipped by Walmart. There's a lot of products on there on their website that are default not shipped and and fulfilled by them. But I guess like the big thing is you're meant to get the box too, and then you can store the cards in there. So maybe I'll store like some of the bulk cards in there and we'll see what it looks like. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Stay tuned. We have the binder still coming. I have the 3-pack set that's got to come in from Best Buy. I bought the binder from eBay, so we'll see. There's a couple interesting products still to come, and I probably will buy another one of these at least, if not another one of the premium collector's edition, whatever that other one was called, just to try to get a second version of these so I can potentially resell those. But I really want to keep these two, man. They're so nice. Let me know what you think. If you have any opinions on the format or you see anything I can improve on in these videos, please let me know as well. Thank you for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.